So, how do we pull this all together? I want to talk about something that I call the clarity effect. The clarity effect is when you show up authentically yourself, removing the mask, really revealing your needs, your asks, your desires, and your wants in the most authentic way in alignment with your values. And when you make that ask clearly and you present yourself clearly, you get the effect of or the results of exactly what you were asking for. You get the results of your most genuine intentions. And so, how can you move forward in your life using this simple presentation format, what I often call the clarity effect model, the model to communicate the clarity that we want and get the effects from that is actually quite simple. And I've been using a format of this for nearly 20 years, whether I'm speaking or training and presenting. And I've helped my clients with this model where they've gone into senior leadership to ask for budget dollars, to ask for headcount, or maybe they're just trying to sell an idea. They're trying to get people on board with something. In fact, they've even used it in performance conversations when they want to keep things simple and to the point, and so that we can get people to take the actions that are needed to take to get the results and the effects that we want. And so it's really just a series of about 3.5 questions. And so, question number one is just simply this: what is the transformation that I want my audience to make? And this transformation can be something as simple as, if you're giving performance feedback, I want this person to go from uninformed about how their behavior is negatively impacting results to informed about what that behavior is and what actions they need to take to fix it. If you're trying to share an idea with a team, it could be, I want my team to transform from unaware of the benefits of this idea to raging fans of this idea, fully clued into what this can do for them or the organization. So I want you to think about, what is the transformation that you want folks to make? When I thought about this course and I think about the transformation that I wanted people to make, I really thought about, I wanted women to go from stalling in doubt and procrastination and underestimating themselves to have tools that they can use to take action on their plans and their potential, even if they feel doubt. Strategies and tools they can use to move forward and accomplish their goals and know how to work with all the feelings that come from that. So to go from doubtful to taking courageous action, even when they feel doubt. The second question is this: once you've named the transformation that you want people to make, this is point A to point B, I want them to go from this to that. You're now going to ask question two: what three things at the max, sometimes it's 1 to 3 things, do they need to know to make this transformation? In the case of the performance conversation, it might just be one thing. I need you to start using this phrasing on your telephone calls with clients so that we can incite a certain behavior that we need, or so that we meet our certain levels of professionalism. It might be 3 things. It might be that you're going in and you are articulating an idea and you want people to get on board with your plans and your idea. It might be 3 things. In order for people to get on board and make the transformation from unaware to raving fans, they need to know A, B, and C, and being very clear and succinct about what those are, using the method of eliminating for any distractions. Now, this is kind of question 2.5, because this is where your values and the energy comes in. When you're thinking about, what is the transformation I want them to make? What are the 3 things that they need to know to make this transformation? I want you to also think about what we learned in the advocacy model. How do I want them to feel? How do I want them to feel when I'm talking about these things? What is the energy that I want to create in the room? I always stop and ask myself and my clients, when you're having this conversation, whether it's performance or sharing an idea or asking for something, what's that energy that you want to create? And so, how are you using words and phrases and examples and just bringing your energetic self in that energy so that you can create the effects you want? Question number one: what transformation do I want them to make? Question number two: what 1 to 3 things do they need to know to make this transformation? How do I want them to feel? What's the energy that will be in that room when I'm sharing those 3 things? And then question number 3, which is the last one: what clear asks am I making? Hate to ruin it for you, but people are horrible guessers. People don't just know. Sometimes they hear 3 things and they're like, well, that sounds great. So I want you to really think about, what is the clear ask that you are making? Is it, I am asking you to start using this language on calls with clients. I am asking you for your support in this idea. I am asking you for an additional $5,000 in budget this year so we can host this client event. I am asking you to consider, adding, this person to our team since we're growing and it would support our largest client, whatever that clear ask may be. Because when you make that clear ask and you have the courage to actually tell people what you need them to do, people can respond. People can get on board. They can start to socialize your idea and say, hey, Kelli's trying to accomplish this. How can we help her out? So make that clear ask. What is that clear ask that I am making that I hope that folks will make? And I'd really keep it to one ask. Again, people's time is limited, especially as you're talking to higher levels in the organization. And lots of times with our attention spans today, we can only handle about one thing. So I want you to think about what is that one clear ask that's going to have the most impact so that you can present yourself authentically and get the effects and the results from what you are trying to achieve. So your homework is simply to practice this model. And if you need a low stakes place to practice, try it at home. If you have children in or around your life, practice it with kids when you're trying to ask them to, get on board with something or clean something or go somewhere. Maybe practice in a very small environment, like a staff meeting, or practice it in your next one-on-one with a leader. Choose a very low stakes environment in which you can practice this ask. Perhaps it's in an email, perhaps it's on social media, but practice the model so that you can get the clear effects of what you are asking for, and let me know how it goes for you.